70 years old. I grew up in Chicago on the north side in the North Park area. My mother died when I was 5, so I lived with my father for about 7 years until he remarried. And so I had some experience of growing up in a single-parent household,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Strangely enough. And my stepmother came across me, and I had developed a habit of being a little bit obnoxious in school, so because I was pretty smart and I was very verbal, so she thought it would be good for me to try something that I had no ability or interest in. So they found that was playing the piano.
Oh, wow.
So she took it upon herself to get me to learn to play the piano, and she sort of overdid it, since I did it about 4 hours a day for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And even a monkey can become a good pianist in that period
You
of
do it
time.
that much. I don't know. Okay.
And then she concluded that if she could teach me to play the piano, she could teach anyone, and she had a very successful piano teaching career.
Wow.
And meanwhile, we were pretty poor, actually, so I worked before school and after school. I went to high school at Niles, and I went to Dartmouth College. Mm-hmm. Got through and was about to go into the ministry because I'd been very active in my church all along. And decided not to, and went to the Peace Corps for 2 years in Nigeria, from 62 to 64. And when I got through the Peace Corps, I had to earn some money to go to law school, so I sold fuller brushes door to door for a year. And then went to University of Chicago Law School, which was kind of the citadel of reason and intellectual comfort, and got caught up with actually being interested in law, and went to Kirkland and Ellis as a lawyer for about 3 years.
Very prestigious. A
litigator, and then I went back to the law school as the assistant dean, and then I got recruited to set up the State Housing Finance Agency for Governor Ogilvie. And that was really an objective, to put together a public agency that could operate with private sector efficiency, but with a public interest in honesty. So it was sort of a magical Camelot-like time in the early 60s, where I did that until 63, and then for the last 40 years or 45 years, I've been developing and managing and owning government-assisted housing developments.
Right.
And for a period of time, I was an executive search consultant for lawyers. And more recently, I've been involved in litigation with the federal government related to a terminated HAP contract. Oh, wow.